You know, the reason there are homeless cats on my street and on most poor streets in Hawaii, and the reason you don't see homeless cats in wealthier neighborhoods is because of irresponsible pet ownership and negligence on their part. There was a loose pit bull today by the abandoned house when I was feeding the cats. It was barking like crazy, stealing the cats' food. The pit bull comes from the homeless camp located in the ghetto apartment down the street's parking lot. So the dog's barking like crazy, and a resident comes out and starts yelling at me saying, "The street cats are shitting under their cars." I tell him I have permission to feed the cats from the owner. Then he says I leave food out. I remind him, and I tell him I'll clean it up better. I remind him he has a homeless camp yards away from his front door. Sunday mornings are always interesting because it's the one day of the week people like this guy are willing to come outside only because it's their one day off from work or the one day they don't have to wake up at a specific time, so they trade sleep to interact with me like they can catch up on it. This is the only day they can. It's like he was saying because I fed the cats, then they're going to poop right there where they're fed. It's like, oh, we eat here, then we poop here. No, it doesn't work like that. There would be poop there anyways. His logic is ridiculous. I explained to him that 100 cats live on this street, and I found dozens of them homes. Without my help, there would be more cat shit under his car. And maybe if there wasn't a homeless camp with loose pit bulls 10 yards away, 20 yards away, the cats wouldn't have to poop under the cars. I tell him I have permission to feed, and I'm a very important person. He obviously isn't if he lives in these apartments. And he says, "We're not saying you can't feed the cats. We just don't want the doo-doo under our cars." Again, where is his logic? Also remind you that it isn't even 5 a.m. It's about 4:50 a.m. Then I left for a second, and I turn around, and he had just scared the cats, not even near his apartment. Like, he walked in front of the abandoned house, down the trail, and scared them. Like, this guy lives in the worst possible apartments I've ever seen. They're like a set of little huts. I guess you could call them apartments. It looks like a shanty town, and most of you would be surprised they even have these kind of living arrangements in the United States. These apartments I'm talking about would only be allowed in Hawaii because they just look so third world. One time that guy, not today, but another time, he's like, "I've lived here 50 years. It's like, 50 years? Shouldn't be proud of that, dude. You've lived in the shanty town for 50 years. If he's that concerned with shit under his cars, he should be thanking me. I'm the only one doing anything, getting these cats fixed, fed, and eventually homed. I want you watching this, everyone, to share this video, especially anyone that's looking to home these cats. These cats aren't safe around guys like this, loose pit bulls, and God knows what other deviants are out there. Imagine complaining about somebody feeding stray cats when you have a homeless encampment dealing drugs in your parking lot. He was like, "I don't mind them." Well, where do the pit bulls shit? Because I don't think the homeless are walking behind them with pooper scoopers and little plastic bags. This is about something else. It's about his own sense of inadequacy and him wanting to compete with me. If not, he could see that I am helping his made-up cat poop problem. I'm going to find all these cats home, and with your help, anyone listening to the sound of my voice right now, I'm doing everything in my power to save these cats, and I want you to help me. Whether that's buying a Cat Lives Matter t-shirt or bumper sticker from my Shopify store, sharing this video, or just following me on Twitter or YouTube. I'm getting too old for this, and I'm running out of time, but so are the cats. Help me. Let's save these cats.